That's right. And this next piece of material is real simple. It's called Free Floating Hostility.
Welcome, Realm family, to another episode of Wrestling with the Realm podcast. I'm Brian, one half of the Power and Glory of Wrestling podcast. And on the other side, he's the Hercules to my Paul Roma. It's my guy, Will. Will, what are we talking about?
Guys, we are talking about just about anything that comes to mind today because, Brian, I don't think I've told you this, but I haven't watched wrestling in like a week and a half. I've been a
Uh-oh.
terrible fan, a terrible.
Uh-oh. It's
Now,
interesting.
now that being said, does that have to do with me being busy, or has the product been a little lackluster? Probably a combination of both.
That's the right answer.
That being said, I do want to start off with one thing that I don't even know if it's on our list or not. Something I've been feeling. How are you building a main event of a pay-per-view between John Cena and Brock Lesnar and they don't interact with each other or have a single promo against each other? How does that happen, Brian? How?
How does that happen? You have people who are in charge now who are clearly getting in the way of creative ahead of the people that are supposed to be creative. We've been beating around the bush about this, I feel like, for a while, but we always said that we'll keep it 100. So let's keep it 100. It's not AEW, but at the same time, creatively, they are in some kind of a rut, and all they're doing is spinning their wheels, just digging themselves further in. And you get to decisions that are made, like bringing Brock Lesnar back, and then never explain anything about it. You have a company that is telling you here's how uh, you can watch WWE. You need to have Peacock, and then oh, we're signing with Netflix. So now Netflix will always have Monday Night Raw. But then what are you going to have to do to get your pay-per-views? Oh, ESPN is going to have the pay-per-views now. And oh, not only is ESPN going to have the pay-per-views in 2026, psych! We're actually going to have pay-per-views for ESPN starting in September. So everybody who thought that if you didn't have ESPN Unlimited, you were going to be cool until 2026, psych, that company pulls the rug out from under you and says, "We decided we're going to start doing pay-per-views on the ESPN Unlimited in September, and we're going to have a new thing, and it's going to be called WrestlePalooza. And this is going to be big. It's a big deal. WrestlePalooza, it's like another WrestleMania. It's a big deal. We book it like we don't have any stories that make any sense going into it, but by God, ESPN's going to have themselves their first WWE pay-per-view, and it's going to be great. And then somebody says, well, what if we get Brock Lesnar back? And then somebody else says, yeah, that might be a little tricky right now. And then somebody else who's higher up goes, yeah, but he draws in viewers. So now what do? Now you bring back Brock Lesnar, explain nothing, put him with John Cena because you know you can print money with him, and you're going to put him on a pay-per-view that nobody asked for, that nobody wants. You and I did an episode on one of our, I think it was one of our Wheel of Topics, and we said too many PLEs. This is just another addition to that. You're throwing another one on top of all of the other ones you have, and this one has the caveat of it's the first on ESPN. Well, big deal. Who cares that it's on ESPN? It's on ESPN Unlimited. Who gives a crap? Now, I had to change my Disney Plus subscription and I had to change it from my old bundle to the new one where I get the ESPN Unlimited with it. And it's costing $8 more than what I was doing before, but I kind of had to make that choice. I watch my hockey on ESPN Plus, but I also want to be able to get these pay-per-views going forward. So it's just the decisions that are made like that where um, you have to come on here and say that you haven't watched in a week and a half, and you have to figure out if it's because you're busy and the product hasn't been as good, or a little bit of both. We know the answer is a little bit of both, but one of those things shouldn't matter. We all
Yeah.
get busy, we all work and stuff, but wrestling is supposed to be that escape that we have from all of that stuff. And if they don't have anything going on that draws your interest enough that you need to have it be much must see TV, you go, that's where those problems come in. And the general average fan is going to start feeling the same way. I hate coming on here and being negative, but it feels like that bubble is getting close to bursting with the way that they've been running things. And it's not Triple H's fault. I don't blame him. I don't blame the creative. I blame the people at TKO who are the higher ups that make these decisions. They had the COO went on like I don't know, is it the Goldman Sachs call, or is it was one of those business calls where they have all the execs meet and they talk about it. I don't know if you saw any of that. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
So I'll paraphrase because I don't have it in front of me, but he essentially said Vince, when he was running the company, priced tickets for families. He wasn't tapping into the unused revenue or the untapped revenue of raising ticket prices because UFC has where their ceiling for prices are, and WWE isn't to that yet, but they're getting there and they're going to continue raising prices because they feel like they have the market for that, that they can make it UFC numbers for tickets. Um,
Gosh.
so it's interesting that you have a COO of TKO is actually coming out and bragging about these things that, hey, great news, ticket prices aren't going down anytime soon. He said something else too. He's made a comment about if you're doing a show in Indiana and you're doing a show in Iowa or something, he's like, if you've sold out those buildings multiple times, well, you're going to have to offer us something more to come back. Essentially saying that if you are a popular place where wrestling is a hot ticket, show us how badly you want us to come back to you. Otherwise, we'll go someplace else that's eager to have us. Like they really think that they have the market cornered on this, and it's really unfortunate that it feels like that's going to come around and bite them. And there's no way it's not getting involved in creative right now. There's just no way. I know I rambled about that, but
No, it made
you
sense
saying
though.
just going to the Brock Lesnar thing and John Cena just by virtue of you talking about that and bringing that up, that's indicative of what they've been doing lately. We just had another Monday Night Raw that ends just like every Monday Night Raw. I don't need to stay up so I can see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker beat up on LA Knight and the Usos. I've just
Yeah.
seen that like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. I already know what's going to happen with that. They're not fine. And by God, they are trying. I feel bad for the likes of Bruce Pritchard and everybody else in the back because I feel like they are trying as hard as they can to get something to stick. And the harder they try to do that, they get kneecapped from above. So then they just start recycling and copying, pasting stuff they've already done. We made a joke about this last episode about Bailey. And now Bailey, is she, she's got her two sides to her like Gollum and Smeagol and Lord of the Rings. And is she turning heel? And we made the joke that all they did is take the John Cena heel turn, pull that book out, blow the dust off of it, and go, hey, remember we were doing the heel thing with him? Let's just do it with Bailey since he's not anymore. Like that's what it feels like they're doing. I feel like some of them are trying very hard, but no matter what they do, they get kneecapped from up top from TKO, and then they start running into themselves. They paint themselves in the corners and they don't know how to get out. Just like with
Yeah.
John Cena and The Rock and Cody Rhodes. And don't even get me started on the WrestleMania announcement for WrestleMania 43. We might talk about that if we can. But
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all just based off money and views. And like you said, Lesnar, he's gonna get people to buy the pay-per-view. It's Brock Lesnar. He's a well-known name. And it is a rivalry. It is between him and Cena. Like, I hate that this whole retirement tour, that's what we banked on. We struggled to tell a story, and we're just like, but back in the day, they had a great feud, and that's what we're banking on. I feel like they did a good job building the Punk and Orton feud, like, to a point, but we're most like, it's just Cena's greatest hits. We're just banking off nostalgia. And that's all we're doing with Lesnar and Cena here. The fact that we didn't get a single interaction and all we got was a terrible Brock Lesnar and R-Truth promo, which not R-Truth's fault at all. If I had to watch Brock Lesnar go up there and say, "Where's John? Where's John? Are you his brother? Where's John? How are you related to him? Where's John?" It was terrible. The only thing that redeemed it was Brock Lesnar ripping his pants. That was pretty solid. That was a funny moment. So, I mean,
I liked
that
it because it was our truth.
yeah,
And I'm a
that was
sucker for it. And I felt, and that's, it's hitting on your point, Will. That's why they did that. They have nothing, so they had to bring out our truth to be involved in it somehow because they know their our truth isn't going to get booed. People are
no.
going to be engaged, and you'll get cheering, and he'll be able to hit all of his lines, and it'll come off really good because it's our truth, and he's very good. But it's also lazy. It's lazy to have him come out there and try to tell more of your John Cena story. You should have been doing that way back when he turned heel. We've talked about this a million times. Heel turn John Cena is a great idea, just not the way that they executed it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And they knew it, and they had to basically come on air and say it was stupid and move on. And
Hmm.
yeah, I can see it on John Cena's face. I feel like when he gets out there, he's trying everything he can to sell the story. And because he's so very good on the mic, he hypes you up and he fills you with a feeling. But then after that, it's gone. It's like eating a Twinkie. Feels great. Like you enjoy it, it feels great, but there's no substance to it. And that's not John Cena's fault because he cuts a great promo on Monday. But you
Yeah.
go, it's because he can cut a great promo. He's not playing off of anybody else but the audience because Brock Lesnar's not there. And even if he was, what are they going to argue about? They're never going to tell us why Brock Lesnar came back. Unless
Yeah.
unless they have to find a way to shoehorn it in with The Rock now that um, for WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, they want The Rock there. Like, is that what's finally going to get us our Rock match? Like,
Oh
it's
God, probably.
like I can't imagine being in creative and trying to come up with something and just constantly be getting hit with stuff you don't want to get hit with. Oh yeah, we're gonna do WrestlePalooza. Oh yeah, hey, WrestleMania 43, yeah, we're gonna do it in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we know people aren't gonna be happy about it, but they're giving us a ton of money. So we're going to do that. And you go, geez, man, you're really but you got the ticket prices. They're really boxing out their core audience. And I hate that. That's a shame because at the end of the day, it's usually the storytelling, one that we always talk about, but that's usually the backbone of everything that's going on. And sooner or later, the goodwill of seeing all of these people who we like perform isn't going to be enough to keep it going. You have to have the story with it. It's like we always say about a good worker and a good wrestler. You can have somebody who's not the best in the ring, but if they can sell their character, if they can, you know, get heat, if they can talk, they can make up for the deficiencies in the ring. But all of those other things have to be there. And that goes to the product as a whole. You can keep showing us John Cena and Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, but if you don't have them doing anything interesting, people are going to stop caring enough to tune in. People will just watch the clips and get caught up. they're not going to be invested in the week to week stories because you're not giving us anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have a question for you coming off of that, and
Yeah.
it kind of brings us into our next topic. What do you think is hurting SmackDown more? And the obvious answer was Cody Rhodes being gone, but he's back. Great. What do you think is hurting SmackDown more? The upper mid card, lower main event not having Jacob Fatu, or the women's division not having Bianca Belair?
Oh, both. I mean, that's a double whammy.
Yeah,
You don't have Bianca Belair, so she's somebody who anchors that women's division. They have a few of those. You also have Liv Morgan who's out, who I
yeah,
know she's a Raw brand superstar, but let's be honest, she shows up on both. Um,
yeah,
and Bianca is the same way. So when you lose big personalities, people that can carry a story before they get into the ring, that definitely hurts you. But I think Jacob Fatu is the bigger issue on SmackDown. Where has he been? What's going on? You don't mention him.
yeah.
Like he's over, like Rover. You got a face turn out of this guy that I don't know if anybody was going to be able to see coming. And he's somebody that people want to see live because of the stuff he can do in the ring. It's very impressive. And he can do all the things we just talked about. He can work in the ring, he can get heat, he can sell his gimmick and his character, and he can talk. Like all of those things, and he's not been there, he hasn't been mentioned. Where's Jacob Fatu? He's on a carton of milk. I think I saw him in my refrigerator. It said Jacob Fatu. If you see him, call Rikishi because Rikishi is the keeper of everybody, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, where is
that's
he?
that's so
Like
good.
people are gonna be calling Rikishi now. Hey Rikishi, man, what's going on? Where's Jacob Fatu? And he's gonna be like, I don't know where Jacob is, but I know that my boys need to get that championship back. We got Jay running around in there, and he should have that. He should have the championship. It's like,
I love it.
hey, calm down, Rikishi. I get it. Um, but where's Jacob Fatu? He's not there. He was a guy who was working your mid card championship program and was selling it and making it believable.
Mhm.
Gone. He's just gone. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah,
Just
crazy.
it's bizarre. Listen, Will, where is he? Do you know where he is?
I have no clue. Let now, like I said, I've been kind of just, last full episode I watched of SmackDown. He came back and I believe saved Jimmy. Like he came in for a save on Jimmy. He's not came back since. And I feel like that's because they scrapped a lot of creative with the US title because now you got Jay and Jimmy over on Raw and they're feuding LA Knight or Jimmy's in the middle of all of that,
And you
which
throw Sami Zayn in, then I forgot about that because you moved Sami
Sami Zayn
Zayn to
gets thrown
SmackDown.
in. Which, by the way, if they're doing one thing right, it's the Sami Zayn Open Challenge.
Hmm.
I just think it's a, you know, once again we talk about nostalgia and John Cena having the US Open Challenge. I think it's great to do it with Sammy. He's that type of face. And I think the match with Ray Phoenix was great. But yeah, Ray Phoenix versus Sami Zayn was a good match. I don't like that they've kind of made it predictable of who is going to come out and accept these challenges. Like Sammy was like, "Hey, my friend's going to come out this time." And then they have him in a backstage segment with Carmelo Hayes, which great, we're televising Carmelo Hayes, but maybe he's the guy that takes the title off of him. I don't want him this close to the title so early. And in that segment, you have Shinsuke Nakamura lurking in the background. So one of those guys is going to come out this Friday. I don't like the predictableness of it, but it's great. So they're doing that well. So kudos to the booking at WWE on that. At least they're giving us a few things that are a little interesting. But like I said, I feel like they scrapped a lot of stuff over on that mid card in SmackDown, and they're just going with a completely fresh start. So yeah, Solo got scrapped. I mean, not Solo. Solo did get scrapped,
Yeah,
but
Solo too.
so did Jacob. Jacob just got scrapped out of it all too. So what is next for him? That's a great
Yeah.
question because right now I have no clue.
Well, yeah, I know, because they got me walking around like the dream baby, looking for sweet sapphire. I'm waiting for Hacksaw Jim Duggan come up in here. So I can say, Mean Gene, where's Jacob Fatu at? I ain't see him nowhere. I get real worried about him, Gene, see, because Jacob Fatu was out here. He had that U.S. championship, baby, and next thing I know, he get the car, he get the Cadillac. And I think why he got that Cadillac, baby, I don't know why Jacob Fatu driving that car like that. He's getting a fur jacket, baby, and I don't know where he is. I'm real worried about that. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, where you see Jacob Fatu at, baby? I'm looking for him, Mean Gene. I gotta go. I'm so concerned. But like that's
Yeah.
got you like he's gone. And to your point about Sami Zayn, yeah, they found a way to make some lemonade a little bit out of that, but you had to take Sami Zayn, who was literally on Monday night before he gets moved to SmackDown, with Seth Rollins telling him, Sammy, just go to SmackDown. You can work on, a U.S. championship there. You don't want to be tussling with me and the rest of the Visionaries or the Vision. Hate that name still dumb. They should just be the Visionaries. Um, they do that whole thing, and he's like, "No, I gotta win that championship. I gotta be able to do that. I gotta get a world championship." Then dude's over on SmackDown as a U.S. champion. So now you make the Seth Rollins stuff look dumb too because it's obvious. You guys were getting bad ratings, so you had to put some of your other stars from Raw onto SmackDown. It's obvious, and I know that this sounds like I'm just throwing like a butt at everybody right now, but I know it sounds harsh, but at the same time, what are they doing? Like it's a mess. Too many PLEs, so you don't have time to build anything up properly, and too much stuff that's just thrown together. I'm getting tired of also seeing that it'll be Monday night and there'll be a number one contenders match, or there'll be something like that, or Stephanie Vaquer, you win the women's battle royal at Evolution, so you're gonna get this title shot. But now because Naomi is gonna be gone, we have to come up with something else. You can find nothing else for her to do for weeks on end with her not being on the show. But then
Oh
you have to make a big deal about having a match or a battle royale to get a number one contender. But then we turn on Raw each week and two people will be arguing in the back and they'll go, I want a piece of you. I want a piece of you. And Adam Pearce will go, it's official. And it's like, okay, well then what's the point of doing all the other matches if you can just willy-nilly decide on matches whenever you want to? Like it kind of ruins the whole thing. Rhea Ripley, huge Rhea Ripley fan. I know you are too. We can't find any
yeah,
interesting story for her to be in besides her going up to Stephanie Vaquer and letting her know that, hey, if you beat Io Sky, I'll be waiting for you. Well, can't we find something more interesting for her to do than just get a title shot for whoever wins that at WrestlePalooza?
yeah. I'd
Like
argue that
I don't get it.
they should be giving more time to that Kabuki Warriors Io Sky Rhea Ripley angle. Like that should be a match at some point. Like at least that's semi interesting.
Yeah,
They're giving character development to Asuka and Kairi Sane. So I
yeah,
mean like that's good, but we're more focused on Rhea getting back to a free title shot because she's Rhea Ripley. So I don't disagree with you there. Um but you want to know why they're able to get away with such lazy storytelling is because they're able to be like, hey, look over here. AJ Lee's back. And everyone's like, oh, yay. AJ Lee's back. And including myself.
yep,
I was super excited. I watched that full episode of Friday Night SmackDown, and I was so excited that AJ Lee's back. I think that's everyone. There's a ton of different matches I'm looking forward to with her being back because it seems like she's on a more of a full time deal than just a one off thing. So that's why they're able to get away with it because they can do such big things because the money's there. She's obviously back because the money is right. And her first match back, she gets to work with her husband. Like that's a
Right.
huge match, and honestly, probably the match that should be main eventing. And I'm super excited about AJ Lee being back. I guess a few things I want to touch on are a few matches she can have.
Hmm.
AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch has the legs to go all the way to WrestleMania. It does. I don't know if it will because that's a long time away, but it does. AJ Lee versus Liv Morgan. That is a generational feud right there. There is no bigger hater that AJ Lee can have than Liv Morgan when she returns. And Roxanne Perez, because there's just so much story to tell there
Yep.
with her being a fan of AJ Lee for so long. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. Brian, your thoughts?
So the AJ Lee thing, she comes back. It's good. It's all good.
Mhm.
She can cut a promo, she can talk. You have a built-in story between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. You have Becky Lynch doing really good work. Again, everybody knows how I feel about Becky Lynch. I've never been the biggest fan of hers, but what she's doing right now, not including any matches with Nikki Bella or some other in-ring stuff, she makes up for it because she's able to make this character believable now, especially when you put her with Seth. They're a great duo that way. Um, we haven't seen anybody this like detestable and just where you can't stand them. A couple
Mhm.
like this since Macho King. Yep, that's right. First name Macho, last name King. Uh-huh. That's right. Dig it. Where we had Macho King and Sensational Queen Sherry. Like they very much have that same vibe, just with a 2025 bend on it. Um, and I guess that makes CM Punk and AJ Lee the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Sweet
Yeah, it
Sapphire.
does.
But I don't know where she is, me and Gene. I can't find her. Like they very much have that whole dynamic going on, and it's great. So like those guys are good, but you have great performers doing that work, so they can get that story across. It's a good story right now. I don't know the most about AJ Lee in the
Mhm.
ring. I know that she was kind of ahead of her time when a Divas division was on the brink of the next step. Is that kind of fair
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say?
She made the best of the 5 minutes she was getting a night in the ring.
Okay,
So, like, yeah, totally before her time. Now, that being said, there can always be some expected ring rust
sure.
that can happen. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see on Saturday.
And I look forward to her and Liv Morgan. Everybody knows I can't wait for Liv Morgan to come back. Like we have been missing her. Like whether you're a Liv Homer like me or not, I think we can all agree just how much you and I and other people were saying the past year that she might be the MVP of the roster because she makes everything interesting. So I'm excited for her to come back and see where it goes with AJ Lee. Liv, please come back so you can save the storytelling and make it fun again. So I'm interested to see how WrestlePalooza is going to go because
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what it brings to the table because of ESPN, and I'm excited because I'm just so curious to see what that show is going to look like and what happens going forward because we saw a big change when they went to Netflix. I feel like things really shifted into a different gear and not necessarily for the better. Makes me nervous that with this ESPN thing, there's going to be a similar slide where uh, adjustments will be made to storytelling and creative when needed based off of what they're looking for. They know what they have by pulling Brock Lesnar out and putting him with John Cena. Could be cheap. I'm excited to see where it all goes.
Brian, do you have one WrestlePalooza hot take before we stop talking about WrestlePalooza? Is there one one crazy thing you think could happen that may just a hot take. What do you got?
Hot take on WrestlePalooza that it might be a
Yeah.
great show. It might be a
Mm,
great show that we're all talking about after the fact because it was a really good show. And the hottest of takes would be is that this ESPN Unlimited thing they're doing with the PLEs being on there is actually going to be a good thing. Like that's the hottest take is that maybe this will be the opposite of the Netflix thing and we'll get some positive things out of this, but I'm not counting on it. I mean, you're going to have Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky. It
real
better be a
life.
good show. You're going to have Brock Lesnar and John Cena, who you didn't rave about another time about you've seen their matches before. But you know what? If John Cena goes out there and tries to rip it down like he did with Logan Paul,
Dude,
it'll
he's
be
been
good.
wrestling.
Yeah,
He's
he
been doing
has.
good in his matches.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean, listen, their Extreme Rules match was good. It
Hmm.
was good. The other ones, I mean, listen, Brock Lesnar literally ruined my childhood. I became a man the day Brock Lesnar took down John Cena to Suplex City. I think it was like 20 some German suplexes in one match. John Cena was the face, and that crowd was counting every time that man got German suplex. So, even though the matches aren't my favorite, they definitely do have some core memories with me. So, like, that's
Yeah.
why I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching. It's gonna be a good show, and I agree with you in that. And it has to be straight off the fact that Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer are wrestling.
Yeah.
So, what's a hot take I can give on the show? The Rock comes out.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
The
Oh
Rock comes
man,
out because it's the first ESPN show.
it's true.
Uh, is
That's
that going to
true.
happen? No, I'm not hedging my bets on Dwayne coming back, but
Well, the Saudis were like, we want Rock, so
yeah,
The
I
Rock may
think
have to he may have to make an appearance. I doubt it, but I feel like they've made decisions like this before when the money is right.
yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Brian, you had something you wanted to touch on.
Yeah, there was some news last week about our old friend Ronda Rousey, um, who we've covered on overrated, underrated. I don't want to give spoilers for that, but you can imagine where we put her on that scale. Um, she was on Apparently she was on some podcast, the Lapsed Fan podcast, to promote her new graphic novel. That's got to be great. She's gonna sell a lot of those, just like Warrior did. This is eerily similar to Warrior and his comic book that he wanted the WWE to buy like a million copies of and sell. I'm sure her graphic novel is gonna do gangbusters. Um, So apparently on this podcast, she was talking about her time in WWE and really in WWE. But here's one of the things she said. She said the fact that they had me fighting Alexa Bliss at all was ridiculous. And you want to know why they had me against Alexa Bliss? Because she had the most merch sales at the time. Like, what? That's your decision-making process? Yes, Ronda Rousey, that is the decision-making process when it's professional wrestling. Again, I don't know if you and Kelly Osbourne need to be reminded of this again. It's fake, it's not real. It's scripted. You have athletes in a ring doing physical things that are dangerous, but it's not a competition. I I can't wrap my head around Ronda Rousey actually going out and saying that and thinking that people are actually going to nod along and go, yeah, boy, that is weird. Why would they do that to you? Because you're Ronda Rousey. You got Roddy Piper's stuff on, and look at you. You're just a little MMA fighter, aren't you? You and Shayna Baszler and your other pals, you guys are just the MMA crew, and they should have had you guys doing everything. It's like, no, it's professional wrestling. Alexa
Yeah.
Bliss was selling merch. You know why? Because she's popular and over, and people want to see her because that's what the business is. The doy, come on. Like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. Even for Ronda Rousey, that is ridiculous.
That's
And if
ridiculous for
you want to
Rhonda.
talk
Yeah.
about hubris, that is an act of hubris right there. You think so highly of yourself that you don't understand what business you were in and clearly didn't care. I mean, that's the part that comes off the most
Yeah.
is that when
She
she gets a reputation of not caring when she was in WWE, the comments that she goes out and makes does nothing to make people think that wasn't true. She doesn't seem like she's the greatest, and um I'm glad she's not in the company, and I hope she never comes back because I would not want to watch her do anything in the ring. Sorry, that's
Well,
just
luckily for you, Ronda Rousey did not sell pay-per-views,
mm.
so she won't be coming back. She's not a legend that's worth going to get. So you need no need to worry, Brian. Ronda Rousey's not coming back, which is a good thing.
Who does she
And
think she is? I'm sorry, Will, but like, who does she think she is?
I don't know. She wasn't great in the WWE. She had terrible promos. One of the worst mic
Yeah,
workers I've seen in the women's division in my time watching wrestling. Her matches were fine. They were fine. And I don't know. Her UFC career was pretty amazing, but she lost to Holly Holmes.
she ever fight Gina Carano? Gina Carano kick.
There you go.
I just I don't know why it bothers me so much. It just I don't like when people get into an industry and it goes both ways. Like CM Punk tried to do it the opposite way. He tried to go to MMA because he's CM Punk and then found out that, oh, that's right, this one is the real one where they hit you. And all of the talking skills and all the other stuff that CM Punk does so well, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans because when you get in there and the bell rings, none of that stuff matters. That's not what sells. In professional wrestling, the other stuff sells. And for her to be that flippant about a top superstar who was as over as Alexa Bliss was at that time, and to actually point to that and be confused at why you'd be working with that person, maybe you should have been less concerned about why you were working with that person and asked, what can you do to get to the level that that person is at and try to understand why you're actually working with that person and maybe learn something from them. But it was clear she didn't want to do that. So I'm sorry, Alexa
Yeah.
Bliss, wherever you are, because I'm sure it didn't bother you because you know what's up. But like, good Lord, is that silly? Just silliness, foolishness, as we say, Will.
Yeah. Maybe we need to, like, when we do a topics video, we just need to do a segment of you bringing up the foolishness in professional wrestling because last week it was Kelly Osbourne, this week it's Ronda
Oh yeah.
Rousey. That might need to be a new staple because it's always good stuff. It's always good stuff. Yeah. Do we have anything else for him? I'm trying to. Do
Yeah,
you want to
did
touch on WrestleMania 43?
if you want a hot take on this, on that announcement, listen, we know they can pull back WrestleMania announcements. Just go ask New Orleans because they were all ready for their WrestleMania. And then somebody said, "Psych!" and took those tickets back and said, "We're going back to Vegas, baby. We're going to double down on this. We made a ton of money and we think we can make more than in New Orleans." And oh, and by the way, New Orleans, don't get excited, you're still not getting a WrestleMania for the next year. We're going to do that in Saudi Arabia because they're going to give us a lot of money. We're going to have to haul out Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Doink the Clown, Triple H, Rick the Model Martel, Diesel, Razor Ramon. Who else do they want to see that we're really going to have to pull out of mothballs to get out there? They're going to like want they're going to want Moolah
Yeah.
and who else are they going to want? Because
They
because
would
because they go down their list and you start hearing all the rumors of, oh, they want The Rock versus the Wild Samoas, and then it's going to be the Bloodline rules match, and then the Bloodline's going to be there, and Roman Reigns is going to come out with Cody Rhodes on his shoulders, and they're going to do some acrobatics, and it's going to be great. And Rhea Ripley is going to come out, and her and Liv Morgan are going to hug each other in the ring, and it's going to be a whole thing. Like they have their wacky ideas of what they want that match card to be like. It's like I get it. They want the greatest hits, but we still have to tell a story. Like
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I'm curious to see if any of that stuff holds true.
If you were to give one bold prediction of one person, they are going to try their hardest to get out of retirement for WrestleMania 43. Who is it? Because I have mine.
Does The Rock count, or are we not going to count him?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to count him because he's very likely.
Yeah,
I'm
because
thinking more the Undertaker. They're going to
yeah,
try to get the Undertaker out of retirement,
yeah,
and because he is Mr. WrestleMania,
yeah,
and
yep, yeah.
man, I don't want to see. Listen, have you ever seen the Brothers of Destruction versus DX in 2021?
I've seen enough about that to know that this is clearly what is going to happen for WrestleMania 43.
Yeah, we can't have that ever again. So listen, PSA to anyone that is retired and gets a offer for a lot of money to go wrestle at WrestleMania 43. Don't take it. It's gonna
Oh,
ruin part of your legacy. Just don't take it.
Will, I know who
Hmm.
they're going to get. The dream
Who?
match of all dream matches that would send them into a tizzy.
What?
Bret Hitman Hart versus Goldberg. Yeah,
Oh, that's so good.
yeah,
That's so good. That is the match. If
yeah.
they listen, if that match happens, we're going.
It's a
We're going. Me and you on the flight to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to watch that match happen.
we would go there to see WrestleMania 43, uh, night two main event. Bret Hitman Hart versus Goldberg in a kick to the face match. Like that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the first one to kick the other one in the face.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's no pinfalls, no countouts, no DQs. It's the first person to get one good kick to the face. Dude, Brett
Who
would
would
do
go
it. He would
no
do it.
nobody no one would do it. No one's going over in that match.
No, no, but
Oh,
Brett would do it though. He would so do it. Do I really get to kick him? Like that's what he would say. Like I'll kick him in his face. He was never a real champion like I was. See these belts on my wall? That's because I was the champion of the world. It's like, well, no, you weren't, Brett. But yeah.
oh gosh. That
I'm the
took us
best there is, the best there was. Just ask me. That's his other thing. Yeah. Sorry, Brett.
uh gosh.
No, I
Yeah,
got Bret Hart mad at me.
yeah, we went after Bret Hart and Goldberg
Yeah,
and
well,
uh,
Goldberg.
well, yeah, we've talked in I feel like in our recent podcast within the last year we've talked enough about Goldberg for him just to have an absolute stinker of a match. So,
But they
well,
cut him off at the end, Will.
oh man.
He invited everybody there because this was going to be his last match, and it wasn't fair. He thought he deserved more than that. He thought he deserved more than a main event on network television. But I'm not going to put everything on WWE that they went out to screw over Goldberg. God.
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving them that type of hate, you know.
Yeah.
Especially like it's easy to put the blame on Goldberg because I don't like him.
Yeah.
Straight up, there it is. He gets his jab too. Now everyone's even. No one has to go kick each other in the face over something on the WWR podcast.
Kick each other in the face match. Yeah. Dude.
All right, Brian. You got anything else for him?
No, I'm sorry, everybody. I came in hot tonight.
Yeah, it's all.
I
Listen,
I came in hot.
hopefully we're changing our tune on our next episode because we are going to be doing a WrestlePalooza review.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate the name. I hate it so much. It's all right. We'll be back on here talking to you guys about WrestlePalooza, and I'm sure the show will not end. I can almost ensure it with one of the Usos in LA Knight. So we'll be okay. We
Oh,
will be okay.
you sure
So,
about that? You sure it's not going to end that way?
well, hold on now. Let's wait a second. It could,
Yeah.
but because that match might close, but we will see. We will see. I
Yeah.
doubt it. I really
We're
do.
we're gonna see Jey Uso running right into the arms of the Vision and joining up and making a
Oh,
heel turn. Yeet. I'm fine with it too. I'm down if they can get a heel turn out of him now. Go for it. Like
me
go
as
do
well.
it.
His face turn has served its part.
Yeah.
It's time to turn heel, and the reaction would be amazing. It would
Yeah.
be so good. As
Yeah.
long as it doesn't lead to another brother versus brother WrestleMania match.
Unless we can get a good one now.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully they both decide. Like, I think they just forgot they could wrestle that night and just super kicked each other.
Yeah, dude. No, you know what happened. You know somebody took them aside beforehand. Let's call them Rikishi and told them how to go out there and bring the house down. And that's what we got. I don't mean to hate on Rikishi or nothing, but like, I'm just saying.
No, Rikishi might be on my top three most hated on people on the podcast right now, and I'm totally fine with it.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
So,
I mean, Rikishi, you're getting heat. This is good. That's what you're
yeah,
supposed to do.
no, it is. Do you think would you be my partner if we like if I tried to really call out Rikishi and Damian Priest in a tag team match? Because listen, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
Dude, you saw me with primetime press.
Those, hey, I'm
I
not
I can
saying
get
you're the
up and
problem.
move.
I'm not saying you're the problem. It's me.
We
And and the
we
fact that
we get primetime press in our corner, then we got
oh
something.
yeah, them we're winning. Actually, maybe I can be like Fuji or something.
Oh, Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah. And then primetime press can take my spot. That's what
Okay.
we're doing. All right, then we're winning. Then
Can
we're
I get
winning.
Lil Yoko?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because if
Oh,
I
we're
can
the
get
new vision. We're the new vision.
I get out there with Lil Yoko, baby, and I tell him, I say, you put them goggles on, boy. I don't want them eyes to get messed up. I want you to be able to see real clear, baby, when you get in that ring like that. Because I'm going to put you up on my shoulders and I'm going to launch you at that big thumb priest and Rikishi. Going to try to take that big on you. I ain't going to let it happen, boy. He try to turn you around and get that big old stink face. I push you right out of the way, Lil Yoko.
Oh
And then
my
I say, Lil Yoko, turn it on, baby. Give him that big old Yokozuna bomb, whatever he called it, coming off of that second rope like that, like he Nia Jackson something. That's right. Lil Yoko clean house.
Guys, we're having too much fun. This is I don't think we can continue. That has to be the end right there. That has to be the end of the podcast. Oh, guys. Brian, what's going on at the Realm Paranormal?
Oh man, guys, we got some stuff coming up. So Scaretober is going to be starting in October. We're doing something a little bit different. Instead of getting into scary stories and trying to stick to scary news stories, each week in Scaretober is going to be a scary movie review. So we're going to
Ooh.
have the likes of Scream, House from 1980, 1984, I think it's from. Um, so we're going to get into some scary movie reviews. We already have a bunch of those. Go click the link down below to get to the Realm Paranormal podcast. You can check those out. And if you're interested in the paranormal stuff or you like scary movies, check us out each week in October. There'll be a new episode out. We'll be doing a movie review, and then in November, we're going to get into some of the breakdowns of the investigations that we've done this past year. The gang going to Ireland and staying in a haunted castle We're going to have an episode talking about that and putting out some of the evidence that we caught. And then we also have our big undisclosed location that we investigated just a few months ago. We're going to have an episode about that and all of the stuff that we caught. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to be plugging that one like crazy because there's a lot to talk about there. So, guys, click the link. Go catch up on the Realm Paranormal podcast. It's good stuff.
Yep, and links to the TikToks are down below. Brian has been so gracious in helping me out on that. There's some new stuff up on the TikTok, on the YouTube Shorts. Please go leave a like on that. Check it out. And before we go, just remember, there's nothing scarier than WrestleMania 27. Love you guys.
Peace out, guys. Okay, there it is. Gotta move you down just a smidge.
I'm feeling the glow right now.
Yeah, you got that glow.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
you're like Naomi.
Yeah.
You got that glow, or whatever it is that she used to do that's not as cool as what she's doing now.
No, not as cool. Hold on 1 second. My light bulb keeps dying on me.
Oh, dude, that light bulb wants to take you down.
Dude, this light bulb is not helping me. It is hurting me.
It has it out for you.
Dude, it does. What is wrong with this thing? It shut down my computer. Sorry, that's why I have two of them. And oh my gosh, I almost just said something so terrible. I almost called Ray Phoenix Kalisto.
Who?
See, this is maybe something we throw in the bloopers. No.
I'm trying to find what's her faces. The one who can't wrestle and she couldn't and she thought she was great at MMA. Why can't I think of her name?
Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Oh God, that's it.
He's kind of a clown. That's just my opinion on Rikishi. That's a dude if we started posting like some clips about, he would respond. Rikishi keeps receipts, like, and he is chronically online because that dude knows about everything that's happening, especially when it comes to a Samoan. So, no smoke, Rikishi. I don't want any problems.
I think you already did that, Will. I think it's too far to put that genie back in the bottle. I'm pretty sure I already pulled the cork off of that thing. Poor Sam's he's gonna get to a point where he's like, okay, you can stop calling me Little Yoko now, but it's never going away. You can tell him I got bad news for him. Oh boy's gonna have graduation day. He's gonna come walking down and be like, Little Yoko! And he's gonna put his little diploma up in the air.
Oh my God.